I did not want to have to come on here prematurely before the 7-game homestead was over. I just thought we'd have a nice 17 days of coasting and going 7-0. But guess what? We were mistaken because for some reason the Celtics forgot how to play basketball after they faced the Warriors, and now they are 0-3 to start the 17-day, 7-game homestead, and I am losing my mind. I imagine myself looking like this guy right now. That is how I feel. I'm trying to keep my cool because I don't want to push the panic button because this is their first time losing 3 in a row since, I don't want to speak about it, but yes, the NBA Finals when they lost 3 in a row to lose the whole thing against said Warriors that literally came in and just dismantled my team, and now they're looking like the old team going back to old habits, old ways, bad habits, bad behavior, and it's pissing me the fuck off. How do you go from being the first team in the NBA, in the East, and now you literally have the worst defensive rating? You went from best to worst in 2 weeks? How does that happen? I really don't want to even recap these 3 games, but you know what? Let's just talk about it. 22-7 was what they started off this 7-game homestead. Still first in the East at this point. They are not anymore. They got swept by the Magic in a mini series, and already I'm like, what is going on? Why do we play down to competition? Why is this such deja vu from how we used to be in that shitty mindset and the bad habits that they used to have, playing down to their competition? The Magic had 9 wins and 20 losses on the season. And then they came and took 2 from us. And you know what? They earned it. I will give Orlando their props because they came in and they were ready to play. And the Celtics were not. Took them way too lightly. And it was just a poor excuse for a game. Lost that game 117-109. Magic were on a 4-game win streak. They are actually feeling themselves. Not looking like a 13th seeded seed, if you ask me. At this point, the Celtics were leading the regular season series 1-0. And now the Magic, with a turn of events, how the turntables are now leading the Celtics in regular season series 2-1. That's not good. Al and Rob were both listed as questionable, but both played. Al started. Rob was off the bench. This was Rob's first game back all season, and I had to be in the building because I wanted to support Rob, and I wanted to see him enter the game. Unfortunately, because I work pre-games, I was late to the start of the game. He was subbed in when I was getting checked in through security. I didn't see what happened. All I know is he was in and got 3 quick personal fouls in 4 minutes of play. So that was tough. He's just, shaking off the rust. I wasn't panicking. I felt like that was going to happen. I just wanted to be there for moral support of Rob, Time Lord Lob God Williams III. And I don't care that we lost. I care that he looked good. He got acclimated and he got to shake some rust off, and I was there to see it happen. So I was like, okay, I'll take the L because it's really a win because Rob looks good and he's back and he's healthy and he's able to play the game of basketball for the Boston Celtics. So I was like, okay, we lost to the Magic. We got back Rob. Still a win in my book. Let's move on. Then they lost to the Magic again, 95-92. Tatum was out this game and people were confused as to why. And this is my guess, my educated guess from what I could gather from social media. It seemed as though he had Deuce's birthday, and I'm guessing it was in St. Louis with all his family and friends, which makes a lot of sense. So because it was a 3:00 day game, instead of flying back and rushing home and going straight into a game, I assume he just was like, listen, I'm phoning this one in. It's the Magic. You guys can handle it. But no, they did not handle it. And you know, it's just, being a dad comes first. I'll give it to him. No excuse. Should not have dropped 2 to Magic, and with those 2 losses, they dropped to the 2nd seed, and Milwaukee took the 1st seed. Now, this is the game that I was like, you know what? I went to both Magic games. I'm not paying for this Pacers game, because in my head, I'm like, another team that's under 500. Celtics just don't look like themselves. They are living and dying by the 3-point shot, and they're not falling. And then the defense, all of a sudden, they lost their defensive identity, forget how to play basketball, so many turnovers, missing layups, relying too heavily on the 3-point shot, and then not doing anything else, like when it's not working. Like, they're just like, nope, we're just going to keep throwing up a million threes and pray that it goes in. And we're going to turn the ball over a million times and think that we can win a game. And that's not how it works. So they lose this game 117-112. And they were getting blown out by 30 by half. So yes, they clawed back. Too little, too late. They were letting the Pacers battle back. When you need to go on a run, you need to stop them on the other end. If you're trying to chip away at a lead and have a comeback, there's no room for error. No room for any opportunities for the Pacers to keep extending that gap and that lead. And they just kept leaving the door open for the Pacers to just gain more momentum and more of a lead and a deficit to try and dig themselves out of. Like, at one point it was 117-112. There was like 5 seconds left on the clock, and Tatum gets fouled, but then gets the 3. Even still, wouldn't have really helped, because the time, they didn't have enough time. Like, they ran out of time. They tried too little, too late at the end. And even if the 3 counted, I don't think they would have won the game anyways. But the ref said it was a non-shooting foul. They had a foul to give. Tried it again, missed, and the game is over. They had 0.3 seconds left on the clock, couldn't do anything with it. They were already down 5 anyways. So it's just really disappointing that this is how they started off their homestand. I understand that teams are going to slump, okay? I understand that it's an 82-game season, regular season, and that you're not going to be perfect. You're not going to win 82. I understand losses are going to happen, but it's the way that they're losing. It's the way that their demeanor is. It seems as though all of these teams that the Celtics were taking lightly really read up on their scouting report, learned that they're just going to shoot threes, and then they defended that. And that's why I'm upset, because everyone was trying to argue and say that the reason why they're having this issue right now is because they're trying to acclimate Rob back into the rotation. And let me just tell you, everyone needs to apologize to Rob Williams right now, because he's looked fucking great. He's been rebounding the ball. He's been diving on loose balls, which I'm literally like, stop diving. Please just stay on your feet. Oh my God, stop leaving your feet. I'm gonna cry if you get hurt again. But he's taking risks, and he's showing effort, and he's showing heart, and he's actually doing really well. Rob lobs are fucking unstoppable, and I don't know why we don't utilize the lob to Rob, because they really don't know how to defend that. And then when they do defend it, okay, cool, then switch it to something else. But I would keep doing that and beating that play into the ground until they force you to stop and do something else. And that's why Rob's getting looks and being open, because they're so used to covering the perimeter, because Celtics are such a heavily 3-point shot team, that Rob's wide open under the basket, making that cut, because they're expecting you to try and just shoot a dumb 3 every 5 seconds, which is what you guys been doing. So switch up the game plan. Remember how to play defense. Grow up. The fact that we just lost 3 in a row to teams that are sub 500 is blowing my mind right now. I am embarrassed. I'm not gonna overreact. I'm trying real hard. Trying real hard not to overreact, but this deserves a reaction from me. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet. After the 2 losses of Orlando, I'm like, you know what? Let me just give them a 3rd chance. But you know what? 3 3 strikes and you're out. Now you get Bree yelling at you. You don't like angry Bree. I don't want to spend any more money going to these games if I'm going to be embarrassed. I'm going to Christmas. I'm going to the Clippers. I was going to go Friday to the Timberwolves, but now I don't think I will. I don't know. Game time decision. I'm very upset. I might need to just sleep on it and think about it. Not going to the Rockets, that's for sure. I didn't go today because I was like, nope. Not falling into this trap game when you take $100+ from me so I can just go cry in the corner after losing to a 15-16 Pacers. That's the 9th seed. That's just stupid. Just stupid. I'm not going to flip out about it because you see all these great teams right now struggling. Do I want to be slumping now? Yes. I'd rather be slumping now than post All-Star break and post halfway mark through the season and into the playoff run. I don't want us getting rusty then or having the wheels fall off or be kind of wobbly then. I'd rather it be now. But make the adjustments, God damn it. Tatum needs to, I know he's a timid guy. I know he's, soft-spoken, and I know that he cares. I know that he cares. But I just need him to be a leader and show a little more passion and speak up because he needs to lead his team to care. And it's just seeming like it just comes off as the only person that cares right now is Robert Williams. And I love that for us because obviously I'm so happy that he's back and he's so grateful to be playing again. But he can't be the only one that cares about this team. Everyone as a team needs to care about this team and turn this shit around. Really upset that I had to come on here and make this type of video today, but my hands are tied. This is what I had to make today. I'm not biased. I come on here when they suck too, and I tell you why they're sucking or how I feel about them sucking. I might not know all the analytics and in and outs and X's and O's. I'll tell you what I see with my eyes and what I feel with my heart, and I know that they will figure it out. Might take a couple more games. Might have to be when they face the Bucks and they're like, oh, it's the Bucks, and then they'll care again. They just, when it's a subpar team, they don't care as much. They're like, it's the regular season, whatever. I hate that type of mindset because I hate when people say, Bree, why are you caring so much? It's the regular season. Like, who cares? Every game matters. I care. So, whatever. I'm going to try and not lose sleep over this tonight too much. See how they do on Friday. Hopefully they turn it around. Hopefully they're embarrassed and they get sick of losing because they did get booed in the Garden. And do I blame the fans? Not really. If you're going to play like you don't know how to play basketball, then yeah, people are going to call you out on your shit. Sorry. I mean, come on, do better, please. You know how to play basketball. Come on, stop. So anyways, I hope that this type of video is few and far between that I will be making this season because they've looked great so far. Now, they're 22-10. Is that terrible? No. But could it be better? Yeah. Should they have won those 3 games? Abso-fucking-lutely. Should have beat the Magic twice and the Pacers tonight. So, they need to lose sleep over that. That's embarrassing. They better feel it in their chests that was embarrassing. And make the adjustments. This has been Bree Marie D, Boston Bannerbound. I hope the next video I make is a happy one.